Joining me now is Missouri Senator Josh Hawley. Senator, good to see you tonight. Why did it take a new age of Republicans like yourself, obviously Trump, to wake up to the reality of what corporate America has become since about 2000 when China joined the WTO?
You know, I just think for a long time, Laura, you had the old Republican establishment, the old D.C. establishment that said that the big corporations, oh, we're all for that. The big corporations can do no wrong. And what we found and what you've just been talking about is these big corporations, they are increasingly anti-America. They are increasingly on board with the woke agenda. I mean, you look at some of the worst damage that's been done in terms of forcing a woke agenda on the American people, and it's actually the big corporations working with big government. And then selling out our workers to China is part and parcel of that. So we've got to make clear, we're not in favor of these multilateral corporations. No more special deals for them. No more sweetheart deals. We're in favor of America. We're in favor of an America First economic policy, an America First foreign policy. And that means doing what's good for the American worker and also what's good for American values and American principles. And we ought to make that clear in the law.
Now, here's Bank of America CEO Brian Moynihan. It's funny when it's called Bank of America when they seem to be doing a lot of anti-American stuff, just echoing the left's talking points on sustainability.
Responsible growth requires us to work with clients of every size and every sector to support a just transition to a sustainable future. We all face a transition to a secure energy environment. The private sector has the funding, the scale, the long-term thinking to help with its toughest issues, including those.
Senator, other than being aggressively boring, he's clearly bought into all this ESG nonsense that China and India are just howling at.
Yeah, let me just decipher that, you know, for the person watching at home. What that means is that you as a working person are going to have to pay a lot more in gas prices. You're going to have to pay double-digit increases for food. You're going to have to pay for higher energy costs to heat your home. He, meanwhile, will keep flying in his private jet to Davos and all these other places and be toasted with champagne as a great leader. I mean, that's what that actually means. Laura, this is all about, this is a war on the working class. This is a war on the people who actually believe in America. Let's just call it for what it is. These corporations, they don't believe in America. They're not for America. They're for themselves, first and foremost. They're for their rich buddies, and they're for their globalist agenda. And it's time that we stood up and said no to all of that. Let's put American workers first for a change. How about that?
Yeah, Haggerty was great. We're just showing some VO of him. He was great in this hearing as well. A lot of the Republicans did a great job. I need to get to this bill that you're proposing, Senator Hawley. It would allow states, another working class issue, to deport illegal immigrants from the country. But the Supreme Court said in Arizona versus the U.S. that Arizona may have understandable frustrations, but the state may not pursue policies that undermine federal law. So how are you getting around the court's ruling here and the traditional view that immigration is a federal matter?
Yeah, so this bill would change federal law. The Supreme Court ruled that way about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, based on federal law. My bill would change it and say, listen, if Joe Biden isn't going to enforce our immigration laws, why don't we let the states enforce immigration laws? State of Texas would love to. State of Florida, state of Arizona, they'd love to enforce the immigration laws. Let's let them do it. Let's let them secure the border. Let's let them deport illegal immigrants according to our laws. The states will get to make up their own laws, but they can enforce federal law. They should. This bill would allow them to do it. Let's take the gloves off here. Let's enforce the law. Let's restore some order to the border.
Well, Martha's Vineyard knew how to deport people off their island, right? Pretty quickly, Senator. They didn't want anyone hanging around there. They had a lot of nice hugs, though, and a lot of little photo ops. That was nice. Senator, thank you for joining us.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.